gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
This video contains gratuitous use of profanity and uncomfortable pauses to compensate for lack of professionalism and original thought. Viewer discretion advised.
Biatch. Alrighty then.
Woke up in the sanitarium. In the ring, I feel like Leatherface. Run up, then I bury you. They know the vibes when I'm coming through. They told you lies, but we know the truth. Vibes, gotta let it loose. Yeah, I'm gone, I can't feel my face. Gone, you won't see my face. Gone, feel like Leatherface. Gone, feel like Leatherface. Sanitarium. Better get up, sick, make him spit up. Witch, cough his ribs up, bitch, bathe in his blood. Better get up, sick, make him spit up. Witch, cough his ribs up, bathe in his blood. Woke up in the sanitarium. In the ring, I feel like Leatherface.
Saturday night is here. I'm sure it's been a long week for everybody. Definitely a long week for me. Whew. But yeah, I just want to welcome you to the Sanitarium. Brand new format. It's like Sanitarium 2.0. That was kind of lame, huh? Well, I tried. Fuck you. Want to hear you come up with something better. But yeah, go ahead and bring in my partner in crime. Here's Phil.
Hola, señor.
Hola. What's up, motherfucker?
¿Cómo está, mi amigo?
So how are you?
Good. I mean, another stressful week is over with, but hanging in there.
No,
Here we got
you're just living the dream, huh?
oh yeah, every fucking day, right? So we got some aliens found in some type of diatomaceous mine. That's what we're
Yeah,
talking about tonight.
all the alien disclosure going on. We've seen the one that happened in America, which was them just pretty much confirming what we already knew from back in 50 something, 60 something. Oh, yeah, 50 something. Something we already knew existed. This kind of confirmed it. But this time in Mexico, they have two alien bodies which were actually brought to display there at their own version of the UFO disclosure meeting, in which we'll talk more about that later in the roundtable, hosted by Paul Dale Roberts. But yeah, we got some videos we're going to show on that. It will be open roundtable rest of the show, and it's pretty cool looking. I got some more news on it I wasn't too happy about, but we're going to go ahead and enjoy the clips and then go ahead and see what you guys think about it. Anything you want to add to that? El-Guapo?
I was just. Do you remember? Was it Family Guy? They were talking about the Mexican Steven Spielberg that they hired for one episode.
Yep.
And then when what was it? Was it Family Guy where they tried to hire the Mexican space program to get a whale to outer space or something? Or is that some other cartoon I'm thinking of?
I think that was it. I think you're on it.
Yeah, it seems like they always have an alternative where they can get the things done a lot cheaper. And in reality, when you think about like guitars, you can buy an American Fender for about $5,000, or you can buy a Mexican Fender, which is just as good in every single way, for about $700 or $800. So it's true, you can get things done a lot cheaper down there.
Well, I'm sure our alien story will end up just the same as in the U.S. The U.S. version was legit, and this version is going to be.
They're making some lewd gestures off screen.
Yeah. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and cut into our little traditional commercial here, and we'll be right back to make a couple comments about that. And go ahead and check out that barcode on the bottom right of the screen right here. I'll go ahead and take you to our portal, and you can add all of our sites, our Rumble, our Facebook, our YouTube, and all that good stuff. So go ahead and scan that code there on the right, and we'll be right back. Peace.
Roll that beautiful fudge.
Roll it.
Fudge,
Fudge,
yeah.
fudge, 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 fudge.
Fudge, 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 fudge.
Comes from Uranus. Oh.
Uranus, Missouri.
That felt good.
Tastes even better.
Wow. Deep in the crack of America's heartland, the citizens of Uranus are bursting to give you their amazing fudge. That's right, fudge from Uranus. I'm not fudging with you. We're literally in Uranus. That's the mayor of Uranus, and you can get your fudge out the back door at UranusGeneralStore.com.
And we're not fudging with you. I'm as serious as a fudging horse kick to the side of your fudging head.
I am as serious as forgetting your fudging anniversary.
I'm serious as skid marks on your fudging undies.
I'm serious as fudging a pregnancy test.
I'm serious as fudging the presidential election.
I'm serious as fudging the bar exam.
Uranus squeezes out so many different fudges that they have a fudge for everyone. They got blueberry fudge, chocolate fudge, vanilla fudge, chocolate pecan fudge, mint chocolate fudge, cookies and cream fudge, peanut butter fudge, M&M fudge, toffee bar fudge. There's a fudge for everyone. Right now I'm making the mayor's #2 favorite flavor of fudge. You can try some at UranusGeneralStore.com. Click now.
That is some yummy fudge from Uranus.
The best fudge does come from Uranus, Mr. Mayor. That's my dad. Go to UranusGeneralStore.com and order the best fudge and fudge this side of the Mississippi. And the other fudge inside, too. We can't contain it anymore. Uranus is about to explode across your screen and your front door.
Ooh, fudge!
Quit prairie dogging and order the best fudging fudge ever. Hey, Mr. Prairie Dog. So if digging for fudge in Uranus isn't your thing, then bring your fingers over here. Uranus offers a lot more than fudge. They got fudging magnets. They got fudging hats and the hottest fudging calendars of Uranus you've ever fudging seen. Ooh, that's cool. But if you ask me what the best part about Uranus is, other than the fudge in Uranus, it's the fudging shirts. Fudge not, lest ye be fudged first. Fudge, 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 fudge. Want to see more of Uranus? Come see the amazing attractions like
the Moonicorn Creamery and Funnel Cakery.
Fudge it great.
Escape Uranus escape rooms.
Fudgerific.
Uranus Sideshow Museum.
Hot fudge.
Chicken Bones Party Bar and Grill.
Fudge, yeah. So quit fudging around. How many more times do I need to say fudge to get you to order some fudge and fudge? Seriously, Uranus can't hold this fudge forever, so you might as well order some fudge today, for fudge's sakes. Go to UranusGeneralStore.com and order your fudge today. Or come down here and drop some deuces yourself. Peace.
Welcome to Uranus! Let's make Uranus great again.
Fudge, yeah. Fudge, 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 fudge. Fudge. The best fudge comes from Uranus. Oh.
Uranus, Missouri.
That felt good.
Tastes even better.
Fudge Factory.
There it is. Our favorite
was that?
fudge.
I know. It was trying to come back for a second round, but all right.
I
Yeah,
bought my
back
brother-
from the.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I bought my brother one of those shirts, and he says, "Phil, I can't wear this anywhere." I'm like, "Well, then give it back to me."
That's funny as fuck. Why not?
I don't know. Because he's not comfortable with his anus or Uranus.
Our fudge backing. All right. We're going to go right into the round table with Paul Dale Roberts.
All right, for the Knights of Off the Hook Roundtable, we're going to be talking about those mummified alien corpses seen in Mexico at the Mexican Parliament. They had a congressional hearing just like the United States had, and Jamie Mawson, who happens to be a very top-notch journalist in Mexico and a ufologist, came out with these two caskets and showed the world that we are not alone, that in these caskets were mummified remains of aliens. And they said that they carbon 14 dated it and that these mummies, these alien mummies, are 1700 years old, if you believe that. Now, I mean, everything sounds good so far. Right now, I'm giving you the good news. Let me give you the bad news pretty soon. Okay, just hold on. But anyway, they said that they discovered these mummies in 2017 in some algae mines in Peru near the Nazca lines. And everybody knows about the Nazca lines. Well, anyway, they with these mummies, they were saying with these mummies that they have three fingers. They have. They said they did a DNA analysis and all that other stuff. But the only thing is, our scientists said it's a fraud. It's fake. That they never did a DNA analysis. That these mummified aliens are made of animal skin and human skin and human bones, and is put together with synthetic glue. Jamie Mawson, in the past, I mean, this guy I used to communicate with, and I did a UFO project with him and communicated with him on Facebook. I mean, the guy used to be really legit, but then he started having some hiccups where he was presenting fraudulent claims on UFO activity. And now this, where he brought out two fake mummies. So we're right now, I want to bring out the roundtable. I mean, we were excited. We thought disclosure was here, but it's not. Jamie Mawson has brought us back to the blackboard again, and we got to start all over again because he showed us some fake evidence. And I like to bring the roundtable and see what they think about it.
La primera vez que se presenta de tal forma y creo que hay una demostración clara de que nos encontramos ante ejemplares.
This is the first time that extraterrestrial life is presented in such a form, and I think there is a clear demonstration that we are dealing with non-human specimens that are not related to any other species in our world and that any scientific institution can investigate it.
Paul Dale Roberts. 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 Paul D Roundtable guests, Leatherface, El-Guapo, the Xecutiona, Terry the Tate.
What happened to Wrangler Dave? Was he abducted?
Probably. He's getting the ET finger right now.
He's getting the probe.
Oh yeah.
I just heard him.
No, this disclosure from Mexico got me all excited. I thought, hey, this is it. I mean, we got full disclosure, and only to find out that the Jamie Mawson faked the whole goddamn thing. Those damn things that are not even real.
That's disappointing. That's disappointing because I saw like X-rays and it shows all these body parts and all these organs and these bones. I'm like, oh fuck, what in the ET is this motherfucker?
Yeah.
Then I log on and Paul's like, this is fake. I'm like, fuck, really?
Yeah, and Jamie Moss has pulled this shit. He's pulled this shit before. He's done it about 3 or 4 times before, and he did it again. And it makes ufologists and everybody who's interested on ufology makes us look like damn fools and a laughing stock. And we got to start the shit all over again. And thank God we have right now the NASA James Webb Telescope has discovered an exoplanet 120 light years away from us, and they detected methane and carbon dioxide, and they also detected dimethyl sulfide, which is a chemical that it only comes from life. So they're saying that this planet that they discovered has life on it. This other bullshit with the alien bodies, you can throw that over onto the side of the road. But we got one thing that's for real, and that's the James Webb Space Telescope detecting a planet with life on it. So I'm going to let the roundtable take it away. El-Guapo, what do you think about this shit?
Well, I think besides making the UFO community of believers look like idiots, it definitely didn't make Mexico look any better than it already does. To be fair, I mean, I've seen a lot of what human mummies look like, and these alien mummies look like something somebody could have made with plaster of Paris.
Or paper mache. Yeah.
I was interested at the diatomaceous earth or the algae mines that you were talking about. You know, it's something that people don't realize is in like so many products that we use every day. The idea that, yeah. Anyways, I mean, to be fair, if any country was going to be the first to acknowledge actually finding something, I would think Mexico would be that country, right? Because you know it's got a reputation of being lawless and it doesn't have anything to lose, really. But a hoax coming out of Mexico, you know, it's like El Chupacabra and that type of horse shit. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think it's a sad day for Mexico and a sad day for the UFO believer community.
Exactly. I mean, is it really debunked? Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's not very often someone brings a body to the table, and I've seen the X-rays and examinations, and I mean, I wouldn't doubt someone saying, "Hey, shut the fuck up." I mean, you're bringing something to the table. Why would you bring something fraudulent to all the government officials right there for a disclosure meeting? I mean, when are we going to stop being so arrogant to the point where we believe that there's no life outside of this miserable planet? I mean, where are we going to draw the line?
Yeah.
And when are we going to draw the line of what's cover up and what are we being told and what's being withheld from us? When are we going to find out? When are we going to know? Are we going to wait to a Project Blue Beam in the sky to where we get a hoax of something possible? How arrogant can we be to believe that we're the only life in this fucking miserable fucking existence?
Yeah. Go ahead, Paul. Sorry.
I know. I just say hi to Amy. Amy's watching. Broadway, what do you think about this?
X-Man.
Yeah.
What you think about all this?
Yeah, what do you think about all this?
Man, I mean, I mean, it's hard to believe. I mean, with certain things, I mean, people can make up things, and like for an example, that Bigfoot thing that we had a while back on the sanitarium.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think that shit was fake as fuck for me. Excuse my French, but people, it's kind of hard to believe what is real and what's not because people congregate making things up, and the alien thing. I don't know. I mean, it's
And,
anybody can make things like that. I mean, it's hard.
it's like why bring that to the table? Why would you bring a hoax to the table, knowing that the government has the technology to see that's not going to fly? Why would you bring it to the table? I mean, I doubt he's bringing it to the table to try to discredit anything. Either it's real, or they're telling him, "Hey, bring us forward, make him a laughing stock, and just brush it off from there." I mean, it only makes sense. What kind of attention would actually solve your soul to bring something to the table like that in front of a fucking government convention of disclosure? What's that going to solve? Well, is that going to give him a boner tonight? I mean, I don't see the point of him doing that. So I have some kind of belief that this might be real. We have to think about it. It might, with all the lies that we're fucking given, this might be real.
Well, Jamie Mawson, and a lot of people talk about this, he is a glory hound. He seeks fame and fortune. And
Aren't we all?
so, oh yeah, yeah. And I think he threw this down hoping that would buy it, but no one's buying it. Our scientists are not buying it. So I'm gonna take it over here to Terry the Tank. Terry, what do you think about all this?
Terry the Tank.
With everything going on, I would have to say you never know what the government is actually fully hiding. They could be masking something else.
He's got my back. Yeah, go Terry. He's got my back.
Yeah, bring his mic up, Faith. Bring his mic up a bit.
What's that? Yeah, Terry talking to the microphone. Me or him?
Sorry.
There you go.
But yeah, I agree with Leatherface. They could be masking something even else.
And the best way to hide something is put it into plain view and discredit it.
Exactly.
Well, they always do that, Face. They always cover.
Yeah,
up.
I know. Look at the elections.
Yeah.
Look at lockdown. Look at lockdown 2.0 coming. But
the whole thing about the alien abductions. Was it Travis, the guy that was that Fire in the Sky story and all these other terrible stories.
That movie scared the shit out of me.
Me too. Right. But the most common thing that they all talk about is the anal probe, the alien anal probe, which leads me for my next question is like, if aliens do exist, are they gay? Are they perverts? Or is that a legit scientific probe? Like, what can you learn from someone's asshole?
Well, there's not too many. There's only two ways to do the body. It's mouth or the butthole. I mean, it's not. It's limited going in the dick hole. You're not going to once you get to the bladder, you're done. You're not going to get to the bladder into other spots. But I mean, the mouth or the asshole are the only gateway to anything important.
With the Betty and Barney Hill case, Betty Hill says that when she was abducted, that one of the gray aliens stuck a needle into her stomach, and she didn't know why. So when she explained this when they put her in that self-regressive hypnosis, when she was explaining how that needle went into her stomach, they said, "Hey, that's a pregnancy test." She didn't have no clue that was a pregnancy test. So these gray aliens seem like they're testing various things on our body when they abduct us.
That's
a lot of people are saying. Oh, go ahead, Phil. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's amniocentesis, right, Paul?
Yeah, you got it.
Which was actually way ahead of the time, because back when the Betty and Barney story happened, that wasn't. I don't even know if that was a thing. It definitely wasn't a common thing. I mean, the old-fashioned way to test was what, the kill a rabbit kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we go to the Greys. It's like a lot of people are saying the Greys are us. The Greys are us in the future.
From the future. From the future.
And it's I don't think they ever left here. I think they've been here. My theory is we're all humanoid. We all came from different points in the universe. We're placed here on Earth for mining and to do other things for our overlords. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
And I am religious. I am Christian, and I do mix everything. If you kind of put things together, it all makes sense. And we're all obviously we all have we're all nationalities, all races. We all have our differences, our advantages for our areas where we live, and I really believe that. I don't believe we were the evolutionary scale. I don't believe it. I don't believe we fucking evolved from monkeys and apes because there's still monkeys and apes. Why didn't they evolve?
Well, I
So
mean,
let's be.
if you met my
Are
cousin,
we the
you might
smartest
believe
creature? Are we the smartest creature on this planet? Or are we just the best killer?
the best killer for sure.
Well,
So
with the Rendlesham Forest incident, that one military guy, the Air Force guy, when he saw that the craft, the UFO landed, he touched it and then received some binary code in his head. And they were saying that they weren't from the future. They were saying they were from 835 or something like that, way off in the future.
love
And
you,
then,
Bubba.
yeah, and then these scientists, they showed us that if we were to evolve, we actually start looking like gray aliens. And if we evolve further enough, we would lose our matter bodies and have energy bodies. No longer would no longer will we have to piss and shit and eat or whatever because we have energy bodies. And if you look at the Greys when they abduct humans, they are seen to materialize out of the walls. They can go right through a wall into your bedroom. They don't need to use a doorway or anything.
Oh, yeah, easy
So
access.
they can go from matter to energy, energy into matter.
Round table. We're in our second half here. Click that barcode. It'll take you here to like the Facebook, like our YouTube. Yeah, it's like Phil's back. And let's go ahead and check out our second clip. And this is where I was like, there was a lot of tests done on these bodies, and I know we're kind of looking at it as fake, but here's some other stuff that might change your mind. Check it out.
The alien bodies that we're seeing were actually recovered in a mine in Peru. They were found in 2017 between Palpa and Nazca. They are not a part of our evolutionary line, and they've been carbon dated to about 1,000 years old. The Mexican government says they are not mummies, the bodies are fully intact, and they have been thoroughly researched. The expansive research done by the government on the alien bodies included X-rays, digital tomography, carbon-14, forensic analysis, biological analysis, genetic analysis, biological computer analysis, analysis of metallic implants, spectrometry, histology, physical analysis, and more. And the Mexican government is saying that when they say fully intact these bodies, they mean fully intact. The bodies are fully preserved, including all internal organs and all DNA that they have put through extreme analysis. They have literally all the information. We know what these extraterrestrials are made of. I wonder if we're in communication with them as well. Again, I'm still watching this unfold in real time as you guys are, so I'm receiving this information.
There is tests done on these things, and if it's carbon dated, it is carbon dated back to that time period. So does someone 1700 years ago actually build these things out of glue and make them look like something and mummify them and then just throw them under the ground for someone to take a shit and find them one day? Or
They were discovered in 2017, and so this fakery was created in 2017. So when more news comes out, all this stuff about the DNA analysis and everything else, they said that's all bullshit. So we'll see. I mean, we'll continue on with the story along with Congresswoman Lauren Boebert's story too.
Goodbye. What's up? It's we don't know. They've covered up so much bullshit. Look at the big moments in our history throughout the years they've covered up. I don't see why they would not cover this up. I mean, I would. I mean, you don't want your population knowing this exists. I mean, people are reporting it all around the fucking world. People are finding art in caves and finding things in different countries all around the world that have the same stuff, spaceships. They have art. They have things. They talk about the man coming from the heavens. I mean, they have pictures of people wearing helmets and astronaut suits all around the world, different things. I mean, something's got to give here, Paul.
Well, you know, this is something that you might like, and Terry the Taint the Pirate might like too. Okay, what if our government doesn't like the disclosure from Mexico and is just saying that it's fake because they don't want us to believe it? They don't want us to know that aliens are here and that we're not alone. We never were alone. So
exactly.
What if?
Have you ever seen The Usual Suspects, Paul?
Yes, I did.
It reminds me of that line in there. It's the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he didn't exist.
Right.
It's a kind of the same thing here. It's like, oh, just keep calling it fake, keep discrediting it, and even if it's absolutely real, so that nobody believes in anything anymore.
I mean, look at the original. Look at Roswell. Oh, it was a weather balloon. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
A weather balloon.
Weather balloon, and it's like people are like, well, you know, we have such good camera technology. Why are all the UFO shots and everything right now are still fucked up? Well, I'll tell you what, I've seen a lot of HD, like a lot of the video that got brought up there at the disclosure here in the United States recently. In that big meeting, there was some footage that I showed that I looked up, and you know, that was pretty clear.
Hey, Face, that one you sent me the other day where it actually showed the ships moving across, followed by the helicopters.
Yeah, that was bullshit. Paul Doe Roberts fucking
really
talked about the layovers on the helicopters coming over, and half of them they did, half of them they didn't.
That was probably most likely came from Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Those were Night Stalker helicopters. And when I was at Fort Knox, Kentucky, I actually saw the Night Stalkers do their little practice run, their training, and it was just like that. And what they did was they took out some of the helicopters and replaced it with UFOs. And it's definitely fake. And also, too, when you watch the video, it doesn't say where it was filmed at. But and if I had footage like that and was real, I would be telling you, yeah, it happened in Sacramento, California. It happened on this date. It happened at this time. And this is where I was when I was filming it. I mean, I would lay it out on the line. So
well, you bring up a good point with that, with fake footage, and now with the deep fake software that's out there, you can make things that look so realistic that, you know, it fools people now. It definitely would have fooled people, 10, 20 years ago. It's to a point where how can you really tell the difference between something that is real footage and isn't real footage, because the fake stuff is so good now.
Well, so as soon as I enlarged it and I watched it frame by frame, I actually seen some of the helicopter blades come out of picture and come out of the so-called UFO shell. So
yeah,
I'm one of the best filmmakers here in Northern California. I should know better not to just jump on a video like that without analyzing it a little bit deeper than that. So smack me with a newspaper on that one twice.
And also with CGI, computer graphic imagery, CGI computer graphic imagery, a lot of actors and actresses are very concerned that they're going to use their image and place them into movies.
Yes.
And they're not actually in the movie.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Indiana Jones.
Yep.
Have you seen it? The latest Indiana Jones.
They did that totally to make him look younger. From
yes. Great movie.
Yeah.
And I was pretty baked when I watched it, but being a big Indiana Jones was a big part of my life. I'm an '80s kid,
Same.
so I had all the video games. I watched Raiders of the Lost Ark. I had this little book when I was a kid, and I had this little cassette tape that you pop in and you read along with the story. And I can remember it like it was yesterday. So I had the video games. I played the arcade. I beat the Nintendo games, and Indiana Jones was part of my life growing up. Everybody wanted to be Indiana Jones growing up. And
you
seeing
guys.
this and seeing this last video, it was good. All the original action was in there. I'm sitting there watching his face. I'm like, man, when do they film this? And I watched it for a minute. If you have a 4K TV, at certain ones, and you can see the bit rate, you can see that it's not the
him.
face. Very, very, very well done though.
Well, how about The Flash? They had Nicolas Cage as Superman at the very end. He was it was a role that he was supposed to play, and he never did. And they had him as Superman fighting this big old spider, and Nicolas Cage was just blown away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. It's amazing what technology's become, especially using the Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
I mean, that's been the top of the line for video games, but it's been taken even beyond that. I mean, I can tell the difference between that. It wasn't because of the bit rate. It looked like the head was too big for the body.
There were some things, yeah. But go back and watch The Irishman, the De Niro movie, the Scorsese movie with De Niro.
Yes.
They used that same technology to make De Niro look younger for The Irishman, and that movie's flawless. You can't tell with that movie they did it so well.
But it was definitely good to see Indiana Jones. I wish I would have made it to the theater. Being where I work at, we work right above the theater. I didn't make it down there to see it, but I mean, it was definitely. I wasn't too sure about the lead actress. Kind of threw me off. I wish they would have had a more sexy or non-binary looking chick looking on there. I mean, I would have chose a different lead for that one. But
Face, how many consoles have you went through by playing that damn game yourself? And you're trying to beat it.
Originally, if you remember, there was the Indiana Jones on the arcade, and it consisted of going through the carts and underground and freeing the kids.
Yeah.
And the Nintendo console made it, and it wasn't as extravagant, but then it have all the main action where it showed the characters larger, but it actually showed them doing all the carts and freeing the kids and going up and defeating Molaram and everything. So I mean, Nintendo that game right there took a lot of my time up. That was one of my favorite games growing up, and I mean, just to think, McClellan Air Force Base was 2 miles from my house, and the Aviation Museum. Harrison Ford was there for 8 hours doing stuff there at the museum, and I made it an hour after he left.
Wow!
And I would have met one of my heroes.
Back to the bummer for you, but back to the alien thing. That there's those the mummies or the whatever they were, the bodies that they just showed in Mexico. Didn't they look suspiciously like ET? Like if you mummified ET?
Yeah. Hey, they look like my nuts.
Too much info.
Sorry, I had to.
Hey, you're talking about good technology. Okay, just recently, this video went viral. Congresswoman Lauren Boebert in Colorado. She was sitting in a movie theater. She was vaping. Some pregnant woman behind her told her to stop vaping. She was dancing in her seat. She was getting frisky with her date. And you have all these children in this theater, and they were watching Beetlejuice, the musical.
No comment.
And anyway, she denied the whole thing. And she was walking out, she flipped them off, and she denied the whole thing. Little did she know they had night vision cameras set up in the movie theater, watching the audience. They played back the video. The video is now viral.
And there was some nerd up there fucking beating off watching that fucking watching that. I'm gonna release this later. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy this one.
She'll never be a congresswoman again.
Oh yeah,
I
she will.
mean,
She's a Democrat. Sure, she will.
yeah, after her term is over with, that's it. That's
Oh
it.
yeah, right. It's straight from OnlyFans from there, then back to Congress.
What was that movie with not Wesley Snipes, Denzel Washington and John Lithgow, where like John Lithgow frames Denzel for like being with a
Yes.
prostitute, and
Yes.
he ends up using filming them and making these audio tapes, and everybody falls for it, kind of thing. That was what, almost 30 years ago.
Yeah.
That's and now they have the ability to do it where, I mean, almost nobody can tell.
I mean, AI technology is beyond. I mean, especially, I don't know if you guys actually downloaded some of the apps and played around and put a couple keywords in, like giant cock, building, car, chick, and it'll put something really cool together. I mean, yeah, I've tried some serious shit. I've tried some serious keywords, and I've been amazed a few times.
Oh,
But
hey, you want to
especially, but use AI for facial recognition and replacement is getting far beyond what we can recognize.
Oh,
Indiana
yeah.
Jones is nothing compared to what's out there.
Hey, do a search on Bing. I mean, that thing is talking back to you. I mean, it blows me away at how accurate that Bing artificial intelligence is. And wait till artificial intelligence really starts connecting to everything. Because
As long as it wakes me up, makes me dinner, and makes me a sandwich, and gives me a blowjob middle of the night, it's a good AI.
Skynet.
Shit's going up like freaking.
Yeah, Skynet. Yeah, Skynet. Skynet starts off fucking giving you a hand job in the morning, then it's fucking nuking the world.
Yeah.
Some scientists are kind of worried about artificial intelligence because they said that AI, when it's fully connected to the internet, is going to have all that knowledge, and you created your own god.
Pornhub's going to be off the hook pretty soon, is what he's saying.
Have you ever seen that
Lawnmower
movie,
Man?
Eagle Eye?
Remember Lawnmower Man?
Yes, Lawnmower Man. No, I bet most people don't remember that one.
My birth cry will be the sound of every phone in the world ringing at the same time.
Remember Max Headroom?
Hell yeah.
And then he went into Lawnmower Man. So that was a good transition. No one realized.
There was also that movie Eagle Eye with Eli,
Put the mic up to your face, man.
Put the mic up to your mouth like a cock. There you go.
There was also that movie Eagle Eye. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that one.
Yes.
Yeah, Eagle Eye.
Yep. Thanks for watching the Sanitarium, the Round Table. Hit that fucking QR code. Everybody, tell your friends, your moms, your dads, your brothers, your social affairs, your teachers, your hookers, your weed man, to fucking hit that QR code and add us on Facebook.
Are we going to spin the wheel to see what we're doing next week?
We will. We're getting there. What time is it? We're about 43 minutes in. Yeah, we got a new wheel, guys. It's called the Wheel of Doom. And what this wheel will do is it has multiple choices on there what our topic is going to be next week. It has Bigfoot, UFO, it has vampire, it has Phil prostate exam, all sorts of stuff.
That's a good one.
No, it doesn't really have that. But it has Mater Time in there. It has Take a Shot, Respin, Spin Again. And it's going to be fun, but that'll be at the end of the show. Every show will have the Wheel of Doom. Nice little addition here to the Sanitarium 2.0.
Hey, what happened to Tristan and Dave tonight?
Tristan is unavailable. Has some things he had to do. Dave is probably, I guess, a meteorite probably fucking hit his house and knocked his internet out. A cow came through and trampled his fucking modem, and he can't get on tonight. So, but he always makes it on He always makes it on fucking Wrestle News Buzz, doesn't he?
No, not all the time.
Bullshit. When he gets on, he's on the whole show.
Bullshit, not all the time.
Hey, Face.
Yes.
Do you have any special guests coming up?
Oh, special guests. We got all sorts of them. Well, next month it's in stone, but the sword's kind of wiggling in it. This depends, but we have Joe Exotic, aka the Tiger King.
No
that
way.
will be coming on. I am in talks with his peoples, and he is going to give us a call from prison. and I'm going to present the evidence against him and the evidence that will set him free. And I have all the videos, and it was a shit show. The court system's a shit show. We all know that. We all been through it at some point in time. It's a shit show, especially the current shit going on. But we won't get into that. That's a different show. But we definitely I have been keeping in touch with the Tiger King. I'm also buddies to Carol Baskin, so I mean I think everybody around is are cool people. It's just politics around the things that I'm not down. I wasn't involved in, of course. But he's gonna his story's gonna get out. He is running for president. I'm more you know that's a fun one. I'm more interested in the people who got him in prison for the crimes supposedly committed are on camera saying it was all set up and all bullshit. Why that's not issuing an immediate retrial? And we're going to talk about that. So October 19th, Joe Exotic, the Tiger King, is scheduled to be on the Sanitarium. I'll keep everybody posted on that.
Hey, Face, on October 14th, Saturday, we have our annual all night long UFO ghost hunt. So, October 14th, Saturday is the only day I can't be on the show.
Oh yeah, you are. We're gonna be live at the event. Of course you are. So yeah, we so October 14th, right? That's next Saturday, right? Oh, that's next month.
No. October 14th.
So October 14th, people, Saturday night, we will be live with Paul at a UFO watch. So that's how we take care of that, buddy.
I think that's a great idea. You got somebody who can hold the phone and just have it on you the whole time, Paul?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll see it. Yeah, I'll work on that. Yeah.
Yes. We're golden. We're golden, man.
Okay.
You're good, Santa Paul.
Okay. In fact, the Sacramento News and Review, they're going to be there to write up a story. Yeah, and I'll see if I can get it live on your show, the Sanitarium.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Look forward to that.
UFO watch, a paranormal investigation, especially during October. I would definitely like to have some tarot readings. If your wife could come on and do some tarot readings for us, and I have Eve Morrow going to come on and do a little show about her dolls.
Oh, I have a guest for you, Aubrey Graves. That's her real name.
Yes.
She's an author, and she's written about Santa Cruz ghosts. And right now, I'm working with her on the ghosts of various serial killers.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And Sacramento's a good place for that, huh, Phil?
Oh yeah, the city of blood.
Yep, absolutely.
Sacramento.
Hey, Paul, did she happen to write a book about some type of children's home? That name really rings a bell.
She probably has. Yeah, Aubrey Graves. Look her up, Google her, or Bing her. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And see all the books. Yeah.
Oof. So another thing in the spotlight I noticed lately is the Starlink satellites launch. And I'm sitting there, I've been thinking about it lately. I've seen the multiple satellites being dragged across the fucking sky in space. And I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm like, as many launches has been detected and uploaded, people have been showing the Starlink satellites from Elon Musk. What are they really doing with that? There is a lot of satellites already available for internet, and they're saying, "Oh, he used it for Ukraine, and it was used for intelligence for Besides all that shit, that's all satellites. What the fuck is Elon Musk really doing with these Starlink satellites? To be able to even see a spaceship flying that elevation that fast with fucking like 20 tow behinds that are reflecting light too at that speed, and just destabilization of space and our atmosphere. What the fuck are we really seeing? What's really happening? What do you think, Paul?
I don't know.
Starlink satellites. What do you think, Phil?
I think there's literally tens of thousands of satellites up there now that's in space debris, and everything's traveling at 17,000 miles per second in orbit around the Earth. Yeah, I think our atmosphere is polluted with satellites, so I don't know what they'd be using it for. But Elon looks like an alien to me anyway, so maybe he's looking for
Just seen
contact
him
information.
dragging all the satellites behind the main ship that's pulling them.
Okay,
What do you see something like that? What the fuck is that?
this is what I want to see. India sent their little moon rover on the dark side of the moon in the south part of the moon. Okay, what we need to do, and with these other countries, when they send their little rovers up there, they need to look at all these things that we think are artificial structures and then release that information to the world. And I don't understand why India is not doing that. I mean, there's this the spiral that's something like 3 miles high on the moon. They need to go to that location and find out what that is. So I'm really confused
Well,
why they're not doing that.
they're not going to see that from a satellite orbiting Earth. But I just looked it up. There's 7,702 satellites orbiting Earth right now.
Wow.
You figure what the hell are all those for? You figure how many do you actually need for internet or for television or the Star Wars program? 7,702. I wonder how many are actually.
Exactly. Star Wars is so advanced. I'm going to go on a limb here. Elon Musk, I admire a lot of stuff he's doing, especially for our rights, civil rights, and freedom of speech. He is an elitist. He's not perfect. But some things he is, he has sailed out, turned the ship around, and I admire him for that. But I have a feeling he's not from there, and he don't have much family history out, and especially him, Zuckerberg, and some of the greats. I mean,
well, aren't him and Zuckerberg supposed to fight?
Biological. I mean, we all die. We all die.
Aren't
Yeah, that was supposed to happen, but I knew it wasn't going to happen. I mean, they're
Zuckerberg looks like data from freaking.
an MMA
because he probably is.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to look at humanism and combined with technology. It's been going on for a long time. I mean, it's 2023. Exactly.
Excuse me, Timbers.
I mean, disclosure. I wish they would just go ahead and land on Earth and be like, "Hey, what's up?" But it would throw a lot of things off and cause a lot of imbalance. I'm sure. But I mean, we all know there's life out there. And it needs to show up. It needs to show up. It's already been here, but it needs to be like, "Hey, what's up?" Whoop, there it is.
Well, the War of the Worlds broadcast, what was it, 1930, 1929, something like that, or with Orson Welles? That caused like widespread panic. People were
people thought it was real.
Yeah,
it sounded real. Unless you were there where the attacks were happening, that you were listening to it, it's like a real fucking broadcast.
Well, yeah, because they started off as like, this is a music program and you're listening to a live band, and then it's like, we interrupt this program to give you the news that spaceships have landed in New Jersey. And of all places to go, they had to go to New Jersey, right?
It's believable.
To see the Toxic Avenger, I guess, and the Jersey Devil. But yeah, I think we've come a long way since then. So at least first world countries should be able to handle, the knowledge that there's intelligent life outside of Earth. If you go to some of the more, I don't want to call them backwards, but maybe less developed nations, more highly religious nations, I think they'd have a harder time with it than we would.
And it's a matter of intergalactic life forms that would conflict with the Bible would be the main issue.
Or the Quran.
And it's or the Quran, yeah. And it's what are angels? What is God? Could it be? It is what it is. I mean, if you want to go to subscribe to the Gaia channel, I've been watching that for a while. I'm a big fan. And it all resorts back to the Egyptian pyramids and the signal and the energy and the frequency that they all give off. And it's there's a lot being hidden from us that's going on in Egypt in early times. I believe the whole Stargate show and the theory, I believe that's how we got here. And I believe there is significant truth to Stargate.
Did anybody watch Babylon 5 ever?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Do you remember
Another good example. Excellent.
Yeah, do you remember the very end when all of a sudden there was that one species of alien that was always in a suit? You never saw what they looked like.
Yes.
And then the captain ended up like falling, and all of a sudden he flies out of the suit and he rescues the captain. And every different species that saw him all described him as an angel that looked like them.
Yeah.
And so the idea of another species out there that has influenced our own species, and would look like us, yeah, it's a common theme amongst science fiction. It's probably because it's logical, and I think that would be closer to the reality of things.
Well, hopefully, disclosure happens all around. I mean, not only just UAPs and extraterrestrial life, but hopefully interdimensional and biblical life as well. I mean, it'd be nice. I'm pretty sure they're all linked. They're all linked. They're all part of the same. They're all talking about the same thing.
And there's a lot of ancient texts that actually describe stargates. So, yeah, I think stargates are very real.
Exactly. And we asked Corin Nemec what would happen if you put your cock in one.
You asked him that. Let's be fair, buddy. You asked him.
Hey, 100% guilty. I asked him that. That was one of my heroes right there. And you guys are going to talk shit all the way to the end.
You brought it up.
How Faith fuck off.
You brought it
how
up.
Faith shut up. How Faith marked out.
Where's that blowjob sound effect? Who's running the dials back there?
Shut up, Phil. So, I finally get someone on I'm kind of excited about. And all of a sudden, I'm blowing him. That was fucking Mr. Parker Lewis can't lose on the Sanitarium.
Oh, he didn't lose on the Sanitarium.
But then fuck you. Hold on, here we go. I wasn't the only one that was. So I know some of y'all was like, holy shit. Is that was a wish come true. Especially a podcast wish come true.
Absolutely. Anybody ever read Arthur C. Clarke?
Oh yeah.
It's a childhood end that these spaceships come down and the aliens refuse to show themselves for 50 years. And they eventually show themselves, and the reason is that they look like devils. They literally look like the horns and the tail and everything, the cloven hoofs, just like the devils.
Wow.
I thought that was pretty neat, and that was written in the 30s or 40s. So, anyways.
Oh shit, man! It's been awesome. Fucking round table tonight. A couple of guys that wasn't around. Kind of wish there was, but I think everybody should have shown up. Terry the Taint, Executioner, Paul Del Roberts hosting the round table.
And also,
thank you guys for coming out.
Can I say one thing?
Yes, you may, sir.
Okay, this is a message to Jamie Mawson. Okay, journalist and ufologist in Mexico. I got a stapler right here.
Oh boy.
And just, I'm polishing it really nice, real shiny. And then I'm going to turn it sideways and shove it up your Rudy Tooty candy ass.
Yeah! Up your candy ass.
Oh, I got one more thing, too.
One more, X-Man.
Russell News Buzz, we got a big show coming up this week, so.
When is it? When is it?
It's going to be Mondays at 6 p.m. West Coast, 9 Eastern.
Mondays, 6 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern. Russell News Buzz with the Executioner.
With the round table, but we're going to call it
the round table.
Circle.
The squared circle. The round table becomes squared.
We're going to talk about the Ring Boy incident?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to talk about all kinds of things, but
oh, shit.
We'll see. We'll see you Monday.
Terry the Taint, thank you for coming out. Paul Del Roberts hosting the round table. Always awesome. See you next week. Executioner, love you. See you next week as well. Back here to me and Phil. And new things tonight. We got the Wheel of Doom that we're going to go ahead and spin and see what the topic of next week's shows are going to be. We'll go ahead and get right into it.
Yeah, let's roll that wheel.
And we check it out. We'll go ahead and spin that wheel. Ready? Spin that motherfucking wheel. There it goes. Oh, yeah. What's it going to be? What's it going to be next week? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh. Vampires! Yeah!
You're going to get that Morazan back
Yeah.
on?
Yeah, I mean real vampires. I mean, they kind of fucking sparkle in the daylight. I mean, it kind of fucking suck the blood out of your fucking neck.
I went on a date with a vampire last night. She was French. Pretty hot.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all vampires in the end in your bank account. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Real vampires. Yeah, next week, vampires.
Awesome.
Wheel of Doom here in the Sanitarium. El-Guapo, we love you guys. Thanks for watching the Sanitarium. And we'll see you next week.
Adios, mi amigos.
Adios.